polystar wheel. Our wheels are made out of UHMW, which is ultra high molecular weight poly. And this is actually made out of a powder molded and compressed with heat and pressure to form a solid wheel. The spikes, this is a 12-inch wheel. The spikes help crumble that sidewall when it's used together with two of them. We'll run in your planter like this, and we'll crumble that sidewall to loosely pack dirt over the seed. Where a solid wheel would pack it more densely, and the seed would have a harder time emerging from that soil, especially in wetter conditions. The other nice thing about poly is that the mud and debris won't stick to it. And if something would get caught in here, every revolution it would free itself. The other thing that we notice is it does not get in too far with the seed depth that it will wing out a piece of seed, and it won't rooster tail, so dirt won't be flinging out of it, even at higher speeds. Smooth wheel, this works exceptionally well. Another solid construction, also molded out of powder. And incidentally, both of the star wheel and the smooth wheel are made, the wheel is made separately. I should do this on this side, huh? The wheel is made like this, molded. The hub is also two halves put together and then bolted with the bearing in it. Solid construction, meaning there's no separating line where some of the other wheels are two halves put together. Our hub is two halves, but our wheel is one solid construction, where it's virtually indestructible. In fact, both wheels have a lifetime warranty on them for on the wheel itself against breakage. The smooth wheels work exceptionally well in a air seeder application, running on the very back end of the closing on the very back end of the unit. And we have had instances in South Dakota and North Dakota where farmers have had to replace the wheel 10 to 12 times a day, certain wheels. And replacing it with this wheel, then they've run for 2 to 3 years without replacing a single wheel. The smooth wheel is offered in a 10 and a 12-inch, and the star wheel is offered in a 12-inch diameter.
Go for it.
We found a niche market for the solid wheel in South Dakota and North Dakota with the Case IH SDX 30 and 40 air drills, air seeders, no-till drills. It runs perfectly on the back end of that drill, and replacement for the OEM wheel with a rubber ring around it. Again, what we talked about is that the two halves put together, the plastic wheel on the back end of that drill currently from OEM would hit a rock and would chip out, would break, would separate. We have pictures of that. And farmers and dealers in that area have been replacing them with the MayWes solid closing wheel and have been very confident with the lifetime warranty, and then have come to realize that they haven't had to replace any in 2 to 3 years. So it's been a huge hit in that area. Our wheels come as a pair, sold as a pair. So and some farmers actually want to apply one solid wheel with one star wheel on a row. So that if you have a 12-row planter, you would just order 6 pair. And what they do is it comes with 2 star wheels and a hardware kit, which would include spacers and all the necessary mounting hardware. And what you need to know when ordering is what's helpful to know is what size bearing you have. We know by model number of planter what kind of bearing it is, but it's just a nice double check feature if you know what model number and know what size bearing that is in there. So that's what you get when you order that. Hardware kit, 2 wheels. Replacement parts are all available. We can order the wheel by itself, we can order the hub by itself, and each of the bolts, everything is broken down individually, and you can order piece parts if needed. And as we talked earlier about the lifetime warranty, if there would be a problem against breakage, we would just replace the outside wheel, and you could replace your with the hub and the bearing yourself.
I have a Case IH SDX air seeder and had to replace up to 12 of the OEM closing wheels a day. My dealer recommended going with an alternative closing wheel from MayWes. These new solid smooth poly closing wheels were remarkable. I couldn't believe the results. I have run with these for 2 years now without any broken wheels. I have since got a bigger air seeder and immediately switched to the closing wheels from MayWes. I highly recommend this product.